know I'm here. Yes, sir. I'm down. Yes, sir. I'm Barbie. I'm
That's right, y'all already know. Good morning, hope you slept well. Get yourself ready, get your shoes on. I mean, I don't really know why you need to, but get those blinds open, get some sun on your skin, because we are ready to escape today. Yo, guys, I hope you're as excited as I am to hear this. Ooh, that's it. When it hits, it hits. This is awesome. I am so excited to be recording this now. We are about 10 hours into the account's life, but I am going to record this after the fact so that we can kind of discuss a few things with the account, introduce it. It's obviously an extreme one-chunk hardcore Ironman, so we will be attempting to stay alive for as long as possible, take some safer strats, which might hopefully make things a little bit more difficult for us. I know where we're going, but you guys don't. So in the next little bit here, we're going to get to the actual chunk selector. I brutally screw it up and don't know actually how to properly calculate the tasks at first. So there are a couple mishaps, but I will skip ahead basically to when we actually have our official chunk, which I'm super excited to show off and see if you guys will be interested in how we're gonna get to there are some requirements that are gonna take us those few hundreds, if not maybe thousands of hours. So we're definitely staying here for a while. Expect this to be a long-running series. I hope you guys are excited just for there to be a new YouTuber streamer series out there. I'm really excited to be making some content and bringing it out to everyone. I'm already working on the second episode, and I'm just very proud of myself, honestly, even just for how much better these edits have come together with a little bit of practice on a couple other videos on my channel. But one thing I would like to make sure we discuss right away is, do I unlock Herblore? I think so. I imagine it would just create more tasks for the task list. So although I'm kind of putting it out there for you guys to comment and say whether or not we should, because it does give us potions, so it is a kind of a benefit as well. Up to you guys. You know, if you think me having prayer pots would be overpowered, if me having any sort of, any way of getting boosts, then that might take away from the challenge, then we just won't. That's basically it. I am totally comfortable playing this account as restricted as possible, basically right down to how restricted you guys want to see it. This is for the people. I do have 2 other accounts that I have my time to play on as well for, real fun. I have a maxed main account and a Ultimate Ironman that is working towards maxing. So I hope to be able to showcase some of that content as well in between these episodes, because obviously when it comes down to the X times 200,000 whatevers, then there's going to be some downtime to record some other projects, and hopefully you guys will be interested in some other content like the ultimate and some like pet hunts on the main account and raiding, all that good stuff. We are trying to make some money on there so we can fund this account, because dang, bond prices are gone crazy. Settled and you're 1 HP nightmare mode, crashing bond price, or skyrocketing bond prices. Yeah, I blame you. I'm not gonna hold that back. Love you, but still I'm expensive now. Okay, here we are. So, just as a little reminder, this is our chunk. We found ourselves in Hosidius. We were able to make it here without having to do the quest, and we've got ourselves a couple little tasks here. I've also been able to make it so that my actual map here tells me where I cannot go. I need to find the way to actually have it so it shades out where I can actually see my lines are. So maybe in a quick second we'll do that. and then we'll have a little tour of what we're currently able to do here. Alright, with that out of the way, now we have what we can actually see is our chunk. Everything red, not ours. So if you want to see even something like this here, where I'm right next to these potatoes, well, those potatoes are not allowed to be picked. Anything over here would be fine. And I think this is going to be a really good starting chunk to get. We have lots that we can do right off the bat. We're going to be able to steal, we're going to be able to pickpocket. This is going to have, I know this shop here sells like noted vials, which is going to be awesome for herb lore later. Actually seeing what drops and stuff these guys have is going to be really cool. We're looking at our list here. We would be trying to find an iron dagger and a bronze med helm. Those are going to be our gear upgrades. Shouldn't be terribly hard. I'm not sure which diary task this is. Oop. Sends us all the way here. Oh, stealing from a Hisidious fruit stall. Very nice. Not going to be difficult considering we'll need to get to 40 anyway to pickpocket a guard. So stealing from the fruit stall, I want to say, is just around there anyway. And so the big thing we're going to have to figure out is how we're going to start cooking and how we'll get magic experience. I'm not sure how I'm going to be getting runes in this chunk here. So I'm hoping... Oh look, I've already got a random event. I don't know if I should take this right away because I've spent more time just preparing, and I will dismiss the first one. Obviously random events are going to come in handy for these accounts, but I don't want to start myself off considering I haven't even earned an experience point starting off with, you know, free gold bars or anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to have a peek around. So we do have the actual baker's stall as well. I'm not sure if these guys, what sort of... Well, we got lots of supplies. So we got pots of flour. We'll be able to make bread. Boy, if bread is going to be my way of getting to... Oh, and chocolate. So we might be... Are we going to be doing the chocolate cake strat? Because I sure hope not. We'll be looking into what we can cook. I know we do have lots of stuff that we could probably make pies out of with... Well, see, it says to steal from the fruit stall. There must be one over here. Yeah, this fruit stall. Right. So it's not even the good fruit stalls to steal from, actually. So that will not help our actual training, I don't think. And then for what else we got here, we've got some rotten tomatoes. It seems if... I'm gonna assume we don't have a way to get an axe because there isn't any woodcutting tasks to complete. And then I do know that... Oh, we do have access to one of these bars where I know those gang members show up. Those would be... I wonder... I don't think they would have any drops, otherwise maybe that's where they would come from. It's going to be interesting to see. But we could probably get some beer here. We got a range here, so we can cook anything we can get our hands on as far as food. We're going to have a master farmer here to pickpocket from. Oh, you know what? It'll be a while, but we do have access to cows. Cows obviously drop meat. I would be able to cook the meat. But we're talking to getting to 95 cooking. So that would take a while. This could be the 1,000-hour grind that we speak of in this beginning chunk. Which I'm not going to say is out of the question yet, because I do think that there's some ways we can go about it to speed up the process. And see, I'm going to assume... So I'd be able to buy a house here too, right? So he was starting this from Remington. Yeah. So we will be able to buy a house here. So magic. Magic is the thing I'm worried about. I will have to look up the drop tables on, like, the men, I guess, and I don't think the dogs would drop anything useful. I would also, I may be able to look into here for, so what do we got? We can actually have a little rundown of the cows, the giant rat, spider, men, the guards. So maybe the guards will have some drops, because, oh, this is going to tell us all the item spawns here too. So there's vials, there's beer, bowl, bucket, feather, grain, papyrus, pot, and the tinderbox. The shops, the veggies, golden field, I don't know what that is. Baker's stall. So this is going to be interesting. How will I train magic? High level alchemy. It's on my task list. So there must be some way. So maybe I'll go do a little theory crafting and update you on my plan. So that was a live experience on my very first moments in my Hosidius chunk. Now that I am at least able to tell everyone about what we're doing and where we are, I can put up some of the drop tables for the men and women we will be killing for mind runes, as well as the guards here in Hosidius, which are very slightly different and do have a different drop table than other guards, as well as having a ranger in between them, which I've had to avoid very heavily due to it hits a little bit harder, it feels like. That is coming from someone who has only gotten a bronze med helm and an iron dagger for upgrades. That is our best in slot for this chunk. I may have more to talk about on that next episode, but I do want to leave a little to the surprise of what we could possibly be putting together here. So I'll have the drop tables up for, yes, the men and women, the guards, so that we can see exactly how unfortunate our drop rates are for the magic experience that we'll need. And that alone is going to be what will set us back, is just the fact that they don't drop every time. You know, we can kill cows and get 30 cooking experience 100% of the time, every time. Not the case with the guards. That was my first time being left on 1 HP due to a cow, and we're gonna go cook this food and hopefully not burn all of it in an attempt to heal ourselves. Staying alive and actually not having to respawn in Lumbridge and get myself back here is gonna be nice, or ideal. I don't want to keep doing that. I guess there's also a beer over here I could steal. You can take these beers, those will be free health too. So there's options all over the place here. Food is not going to be by any means a concern for me soon. My goal is cooking. I am going to be cooking hard. Right off the bat, as soon as we can start getting these down without losing all of our health and actually be able to fill up full inventories, we are going to be flying. I am already finding just the fun little things about my chunk. Like, I want to get back to my cow pasture faster. I'll just sneak right through this guy's whole house. Thank you, little master farmer. Your door-to-door line was just ever so perfect for me. So now I'm going to run right back in, and we can get right back to getting our meat. Oh, I apologize for going in and out of live commentary, but I did want to mention that I do get a little chaotic in my thought process when it comes to the live stuff, so there are definitely moments where I will be talking about things that I definitely decide against after the fact, especially like even just talking about killing cows and starting off with the just strictly cooking idea. That plan gets changed quite quickly after we do get some levels. So hopefully the rest of this, at least 90% of this video, is going to be the live commentary. I'll be putting all the clips together, and then I'll be jumping back in at the end to kind of thank everybody, obviously, for watching, because I already appreciate it if you've even gotten this far. And I'm super excited to have made something that even I would want to watch. And if this series were to have popped up on my recommended, I might be invested. I might be in on it. I would be taking the farmer pill too and seeing if we can become the one and only farmer ruler of Hosidius, and maybe eventually more. We'll see how far we can take these chunks and see how much of this, how much of Galenor we can unlock, one chunk at a time. Back to live. And here we could thank our friendly cows for our very first prayer level. We're on our way to our protection prayers and being safe from harm. Very exciting. Oh, and a combat level to boot. Combat level 6. We're getting strong. Alright, we got our first decent enough amount of food that I decided I'd take a few pickpockets and be able to actually heal myself when I get caught. I did just hit level 2, so this is honestly going to be, I feel like, a very nice break from what's going to be a lot of cow kills, a lot of meat cooking. It's gonna be fun. If you guys are as excited as I am, then boy are we in for a ride. Alright, we got ourselves a small jump here into the future where we were finally stopped from our killing spree of cows to get our first lamp on the account. I really think, after some time spent killing those cows, what our plan is. I did also kill a couple of the men and women and was able to obtain myself the Iron Dagger and Bronze Med Helm, which of course means we can check off our 2 best in slot items. And honestly, I kind of didn't even mean to get them off stream without the recording available. Basically, I did a little bit of training essentially on mobile, and just because I knew that the cows were going to take a little bit to get off the ground, but it really helped get our starter stats going here. We got ourselves 20 attack, 25 strength, 16 defense, and 14 prayer. As well as we've been cooking all that food and gotten ourselves to just about 29 cooking. However, so I have done all that, and that is great. This, I think, will definitely help now that I want to start getting... I need magic levels. I need to get this started. And the first way, unfortunately, is a 1 in 64 drop of air ruins from the guards here. And I'm afraid that they're going to hit me pretty hard. I've also been kind of at the risk of disconnecting a lot today, so I'm hoping that's not what's about to happen here. It definitely did just happen, and I should have brought a bunch of food. That was the whole reason we did that first too. We're gonna get a whole inventory here. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to kill a few of these and get a couple air rune drops and be able to get at least the first level or 2. Because if I'm able to use the lamp on at least level 2 or 3 magic, we're going to get 20 or 30 experience out of it instead of just the 10. Which might not seem like a lot, but when it comes down to being able to save a little bit of time here with the magic grind, which I'm now starting to think is going to take the longest with my available resources. Our first drop is, of course, coins. Unfortunate. And we'll just have to keep killing these guards that are the 2 guards here that we have in our chunk. So hopefully we'll see how well this works out after a few kills, and maybe I'll be lucky enough to update with some rune drops here. Sooner than later. Alright, well, after one inventory full of food, we were able to kill 5 whole guards, and we got some potato seeds and some coins, you know? This is very slow at my stats, so I'm thinking maybe it would just be best to stick with the cows, but I do want to at least get one magic level. Oops, why did I do that? My game is lagging really hard, so my bad. Okay, just got ourselves a strength level here. Got ourselves a fresh inventory. We got 5 kills last inventory. You might be able to see there's a bit of my lag coming through here. Oh, what's going on today? Maybe it's the world I'm on. I do have a crazy ping right now. But then it steadies out, so I don't know what's going on. End of the month. Jagex, get it together. Yes. Looks like we got 6 air runes. We almost died even in that fight too. I keep kind of pushing my luck here with my hardcore status. I've been dropped to 1 HP multiple times, but that took us 11 kills, so way below drop rate. I guess just a little quick bank update. The imps have been doing me pretty well while I was on mobile killing cows. I would pop out if I saw one near my little pen there, and I've gotten a couple yellow, the black and the red. So when we get that chunk, you know we're nearly ready to get our amulet of accuracy. And also, yeah, we stocked a clue scroll just to stop them from dropping. And then this here is what reminded me that we don't have the mind runes to go with our air runes. So this will also mean having to kill the men and women in town, just for the 1 in 64 drop of mind runes. You know, unfortunately they couldn't have been on the same guy, but maybe I'll try and get that next and try and even them out. And we're just going to be bouncing forth between what I even can kill at this point. Okay, hear me out. Now this might seem like we're going to have to test it out, but this shop does sell potatoes, and I was wondering if there was any which way I could get those. Because with bowls and water, you make the bowls with the potatoes and the meat that I will be gathering. You saw I had over 300 of them currently after I already just ate like 50. We could use that as a different means of cooking experience further along. We'll find out when we could like stop burning it and then start prepping them from there. That is a very, very good idea, I think. Let me know what you think. Hopefully I'm not crazy. And I mean, I had the other idea of just trying to make like some random types of pies, but again, the time to collect the materials is what's going to determine things. And this is like you could buy at the shops pretty quickly. You could probably stack quite a few, and they're dirt cheap. So, you know, like I'll even buy my first 5 now. Buy 6. Look at that. Oh, I can't afford this one. There we go. Spent all 6 coins I had. I don't know. I'm gonna start stacking them. So we'll see if they ended up being used, I guess. Alright, I think we found our best spot here to fight the men and women of town. And it is directly on the border of our chunk here. So unfortunately, sometimes they do walk out of it and I have to stand here and wait for them. But there's at least more of them spawning here than in the center of town, so this is definitely going to go quicker. And unfortunately, we got a Chaos Rune drop before we've even gotten a Mind Rune drop, so we're still waiting on that. And then maybe I'll be able to get some casts in today. Alright, well, we do have some unfortunate news on getting our magic level started. We unfortunately will not have the 50% chance to get magic experience because our magic level is not at least 51 or higher. I suppose this was a thing to avoid ruining peer accounts from a tweet from Mod Ash, which makes sense, but however does make it so that that random event strictly gives the fishing experience, which will not help us. So I might just have to use the lamp for the 10 experience if I can't get maybe this level today. I don't really want to hold on to it for too long because then I think it will stop us from getting other lamps. So I suppose what we will do is stick to these men and women for some mind runes, get one level today, use the lamp, and this will just have to be this is just gonna have to be grinded out nice and slow with the 164 drops and lamps, because that's what I've decided. Lamps are going into magic. I had the idea of doing the hunter, then I had even thought of agility because of how long my run energy is taking to refill, but the best idea to get a actual bit of progress in our chunk here towards that 45 magic is to lamp the magic. Oh, and I realized I had this open for what I was also thinking as far as my potato talk earlier was the actual calculations on how many less stews it would take to make, which is just under 75,000 stews versus just strictly cooking the meat, which would be nearly 300,000 just cooked meat. Of course, that would mean we actually do have to cook that 75,000, so that would mean making less of the stews. So basically, we're looking at being able to cut our grind down by almost a third if we are to collect the cooked meat and then buy out the potatoes, make the bowls of water, and put them all together, which the prep time, I'm thinking, like, if it takes 3 times as long to make them, then it's not as worth it versus cooking the meat and just flying through the cows. But I will have a very large supply stack eventually, so you know, eventually there will become a time where I'm just going to want to take a break and maybe decide just to stick some potatoes in some bowls and get the meat in there, make some stew, and sneak in a little bit of experience that way. I figured I'd jump back in to say, hey, we got a couple level ups coming in here right away, which is cool. What hasn't been cool is the drop rate of these mind runes. 30 strength, beautiful. And I believe if I bury these bones, we should get... Come on. Of course, we're gonna have a friggin' lag spike again. It's been bad today. Jagex, seriously. I'm pretty sure they're literally live streaming right now about RuneFest, and this is what's going on in the game? Yeah. Maybe fix the servers before you go streaming on Twitch. Thanks. Appreciate that. They full on stole my level up notification and everything. As soon as I logged back in, I was already level 17. Prayer. So, you know, good clip. Thanks, Jagex. Still no mind runes. This is a game. Okay, back with some more thoughts here while I'm still hunting mind runes. I have yet to get a single drop, which is absolutely crazy, considering I'm over the drop rate on both men and women. But in this time, I have been thinking about the 95 cooking goal that we have and a way around of killing the 300,000 cows and strictly just cooking the meat, which I think instead of my stew idea, we're looking at the meat pie idea. I think it'll be a little bit easier to put them together if I'm not crazy. Actually, I have to think about how I would get the pie shells made, because 75,000 pie shells you know, maybe nearly, I think with the cooked meat, you could probably get away with maybe 50,000, but that's a lot of pie shells to make, but it would have also been a lot of uncooked stews to make, where you would have had to add the meat and the potato. So I'm trying to think of a little less click-intensive route, and I'm liking that idea more than my last. Trying to think of anything else to bring up at the moment while I'm still on here recording. The random events that I really do want now, that or Evil Bob random is kind of out the window, is going to be those maze randoms for some runes. Obviously they can have a chance. If you've played before, you would know they can give nature runes, chaos, death. For right now, obviously the chaos runes I think would be the most helpful, and the natures too, because a lot of some of the experience I can get with these fire runes that I've gotten can be through the low alchemy, and maybe even some superheating until we get to high alchemy. So crazy, that was actually the first iron dagger I've seen since I very first started. I got one in like the second or third kill, and then this is the second one I've seen without seeing mind runes. And I get chaos. Oh my goodness, they're twice as rare. Like, I don't get why I've gotten more of those than I have mind. When I get back, I will have mind runes, I promise. So we did end up getting another random event, which let me know that I did not have my pop-up collection log notification on or anything, so good to know. And now we're the proud owner of zombie boots and a shirt, which I don't love the shirt because I'm kind of invested in the pocket shirt here. You know, all the extra things you can fit in there. It's very important. Keep me breezy. And the legs too, you know. Even if I got pants right now, it's too hot out here. We're kind of in the farm town. We're farmer pilled right here. So, but the boots kind of give us a little bit of oomph. We got some toe action on these guys, so I'm gonna leave those on until we get some boot action out of like a different chunk. But I'm thinking those are pretty fresh. Yes, that's it. Fucking mind ruins here. Finally, 9 of them. It's the first time we've seen them in literally. That was the 100th man, and we've killed 103 women. We've gotten 1 mind rune drop. That is not good for what we need them for. But we can actually make some casts on magic now, and that is so exciting. Obviously, we're gonna need a lot more of those. So. Actually, we only have 6 casts because we only have 6 air runes. But hey, that's a start. There's a small chance that could even level us up. So let's go check it out. Okay, this is going to be super anticlimactic, but these are my very first casts of magic. Oh, only 6 XP. That's not as good as I thought. And we're splashing too, which is not good. Come on, let's get a hit. 9 XP. 8 XP. Come on, we gotta get a good one. 9 XP again. And we are 60%. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We need more drops. We need more air. We need more mind. Boy, oh boy. I might also try and track down some imps to try and get a wizard hat. Oh, there's one in there right now. Should have went after him earlier. So if I can get a wizard hat, I mean, it's not a ton, but it might help as far as our magic accuracy and in turn our magic experience. I don't even know if I believe it, because I'd come back after killing or using up my mind runes, and I killed 2 more and I got mind runes again. That is the RNG we need. I think I might be disconnecting again right now, and it's been like that all day, but more mind runes in the bag. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, Jagex, you better not rip me off this time. I'm burying my bones for the prayer level clip. Look at it. 18 prayer now. Honestly, oh, and 30 combat. Beautiful. I love seeing that because you know what? This is the one thing we've been training everywhere we've gone, from the cows to the people to the very unfortunate guards, which are setting me back right now because I can't kill them fast. And with the servers being as choppy as they have been today, and the last time I went to go try and kill them, I nearly disconnected with, like, you know, only 12 or 15 health, knowing easily that that guy could, you know, run a train of 4s on me. I easily could have died, so I'm gonna take a pause on even thinking about getting the air runes, stack up some mines while I'm kind of just getting some of these defense levels up so I'm a little bit tankier, and, you know, burying bones, picking up everything I can. Ooh, 20 defense too, look at that. I was able to string a couple level ups together here, which is nice. And I think I might take this up to 25. Right now my strength is at 31. And then maybe we'll be able to go pick at some guards and try and get some air runes for that magic level today. Alright, we finally got a second air rune drop here. And that took 69 kills. That's nice. So now we have enough for a guaranteed level, even if these were to all splash. Then I had the idea of at least casting these on the rats in the bar, so that I can more likely, or these spiders even inside here, more likely to hit in that case. So I figured, since this is going to be the first magic level, look at that, we got a hit. Oh, oopsie. I punched it back. That's okay though, because I think we can hit it too, so we kind of want to fire these off at full health rats. Couple, no, just splashes. There's our level 2 magic. Look at that. How many casts do we have? We still have 5 casts left. Look at us go. Oh yeah, 10 XP drop. That's what I like to see. Now we're gonna get a little bit of lag again. Just want to finish that one off with a bunch. Where's another one? How many casts? Is this the last cast? Last one. That got us 60% to level 3. Beautiful. So unfortunately now I will need both mind and air runes again to get any more experience. And I did have a look at the, essentially the lamp chart, to see when lamps really start to make a big difference in your levels, and that's going to be about level 4. So I kind of have the idea that it's just more worth it to save this lamp until level 4 magic and stick to the men and guard grind for a little while longer. It's been a while, but definitely been at it a few hours already. We'll just keep going, get some levels, get the casts we need. See, again, I think another 2, might even be able to get it off of 1 drop each, because it's 9 mind or 6 air at a time that I'm getting. So awesome, very excited. First magic level on the account. Now we get to get some more back. Oh, look at that. See, he's back, but now I had my left click swapped, and now it's got to be reset. So now he's fightable again. So this is the guy that just has his attack option disappear sometimes. Jagex, fix it. I need my men to stay killable. Alrighty guys, that is the end of episode 1 of the Extreme Chunk. We got a lot done, I think, as far as the first day goes. We managed to pull off that magic level and have the lamp stocked up for when we get to level 4. It took us a lot of kills on the guards and the men and women of our town, We have been wreaking havoc essentially over the townspeople, and I have claimed this tower as my tower, so I can oversee all of my people from up here. And what I choose to do with the people of Hosidius is my own choice, and I demand runes to cast spells, and, well, mostly just that, because that's essentially all I need out of them. But we have a lot to go over for next episode as well. Hopefully we'll get some comments down there about whether or not we should be unlocking herb lore right away, if we should wait until like we're finished the chunk and then do it in between. I don't have a problem with running off, getting the quest done, and coming right back, just so that we can start those, you know, cleaning XPs, which I don't know if that would unlock the extra tasks, which I think it would be totally fair if it did. Means we would be really sticking at the men and women have been dropping herbs like crazy, so I think it would be a doable task, of course, getting it all through cleaning. I don't know if there's much here at all that I can get for secondaries, so it would be tough, but this is what this is all about. Which, like I said, if we decide, we can do essentially almost 300,000 cows and just strictly cook the meat, or we can possibly try making them all into pies, going into pie man mode. Basically, I think it would take about 50,000 roughly. I didn't actually do the math on it. It's just about 75,000 pies, so if you have to cook 50,000 meat, you know, you're gonna have that XP, that many less pies to cook. So I don't know, it's around there. What would you rather watch? Would you rather me have a bunch of clips edited together of me cooking pies, strictly killing cows? And what would be better, hopefully, to be streamed? I'm gonna be taking this account live on Twitch once this episode's aired, and that way people can hang out and chat and, you know, join me in my reign of Hosidius, the chunk I have been gifted. I'm happy here. I have no issues with this being my area. I think we can do lots. We have our little cow pen. We've got our little bar full of people, which you can't really, you have to, well, that's just a bed. Can't get inside with this camera, but this is my people killing spot, my guard killing spot. We've got stalls, we've got places to steal. It's gonna be good. So, if that is all something that would interest you, comment what of those options you would like to see. And in the next episode, we will be getting a start on the thieving, and I would like to question everyone on what we would think of a thieving pet as being part of the requirements to leave as well. I love pet hunting. I definitely don't think it's like impossible. We have some stalls here we can use. We would be able to steal from the guards pretty effectively once we're higher thieving. So if you would like to stick it out for Rocky here, and that's what you guys would rather me do, let's do that. Let me know. Sound off in the comments, basically. And thank you again for watching this far. This has been a lot of fun putting this video together. Again, this has been my first editing experience, so we're really trying to learn the software and make this look and sound as best as I can. Unfortunately, a mic upgrade will be necessary. I know what I'm working with right now isn't ideal. Hopefully everything is listenable, and we can see what kind of progress we can make with the videos and the account at the same time. Yeah, thanks again, guys. Appreciate you. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helped us get into the algorithm for these first few videos.